Hello guys, it's Northern Rides, and today we're going to be looking at Heide Park and what rides you should prioritize if you happen to be visiting the park. Heide Park Resort is located in Soltau, Germany, and it is considered as one of Germany's best theme parks. The park is home to 41 attractions, including a total of 9 roller coasters, 6 water rides, and 13 flat rides. So let's get into what rides you might want to go for in alphabetical order. Big Loop. First on our list is an older Vekoma Mark 1200 steel roller coaster from 1983. Completed with a white color scheme with pale green supports, this attraction is more intense than you'd think. The ride includes 2 vertical loops back to back, followed by 2 corkscrew versions over the water in beautiful fashion. In the 2 vertical loops, you will be exposed to a fair amount of force if you happen to sit in the right seat. The front is definitely the most forceful, and you should not be surprised to find yourself graying out on this coaster. The ride is old and does feature the classic over-the-shoulder restraints, so some roughness can occur. However, I personally did not suffer from this, and it is not a bad roughness at all, partially because it received brand new trains back in 2010. In fact, I even found myself back in line again. And in order to ride Big Loop, you must be at least 6 years old, 1.2 meters and no taller than 1.95 meters. Bob-on. Translated to bobsled, this ride fits its name, as the coaster is not stuck to any form of rails during the ride. Instead, you sit in small vehicles forming a train that roll on the tube-like track, which makes for a chaotic ride experience. This gives it the feel of actual bobsleds, also matching its model, which is a bobsled coaster by Mack Rides. Sharing the color scheme of white with green supports, the 1994 ride itself is great fun as well as rare. Only 5 of these coaster models exist worldwide, so in case you like rare credits, this ride is for you. One downside about the coaster is the fact that it has a bit of a vibration. Luckily, it is hardly any, and the rest of the ride is more than enjoyable. To ride Bob-on, you must be at least 6 years old and 1.2 meters. Colossus. Being the tallest coaster in the park and sharing the title as the world's 3rd tallest wooden roller coaster with Six Flags Great America's Goliath at 50 meters, this is arguably the best ride at the resort. The coaster was built in 2001, but has since the 2016 season been closed for renovations. However, for the upcoming 2019 season, the ride should reopen, making it a great addition to our list. The coaster is a rare credit, as it is one of only 4 of Intamin's prefabricated wooden coasters, giving a smooth and exhilarating ride experience. On top of this, the ride is filled with amazing airtime, and it is one of those coasters where you tend to fear being shot out of your seat. If you like thrills, this brown giant is more than worth your time. If that is the case, you will have to be at least 12 years old, as well as at least 1.4 meters and no taller than 1.95 meters to ride this colossal woody. Desert Race. At a distance, this coaster is not the most impressive looking, maybe apart from its black and yellow color scheme. In case that's what you're thinking now, you're more than wrong, as this is an Intamin accelerator, aka a hydraulic launch coaster. Built in 2007, this launched ride is a near replica of Alton Towers Rita, except the Desert Race is slightly faster. The launch that this attraction has packed into it is intense, and you can expect your back being dug deep into your seat when the train takes off at 0 to 100 km an hour in just 2.4 seconds. The entire ride is forceful, as it is mostly intense curves plus some pops of airtime. The ride is smooth and thrilling, and if you ride it, you will probably end up with tears down your face from the sudden wind hitting your face, especially in the front row. To ride it, you must be at least 12 years old, 1.4 meters, and 1.95 meters at most. Flug der Dämonen. In case you like inversions and you'd like to try something a little more special than a regular looping coaster, try this wing rider from B&M, seating you on the side of the green supported white track. Given the sensation of being on the wings of a flying creature, you get plenty of amazing hang time, plus a truly incredible ride experience, as the name suggests, meaning Flight of the Demons. This roller coaster is currently the newest one at the park, as it opened in 2014 and features a total of 5 inversions, including a one-of-a-kind element named the Demonic Knot. The main focus of the ride is definitely going upside down, so in case you're at least 10 years old, 1.4 meters tall, and no taller than 1.95 meters, you have an all-green pass to ride this unique experience of B&Ms. Himmelstürmer. If you tend to like more relaxing rides or happen to be with children, you might want to consider checking out Heide Park's 2016 edition Sky Stormer, as it is called in English. Being a multicolored wooden-looking Sampella kite flyer, this flat ride is meant to give the sensation of a relaxing flight, as you lie in a prone position with the stomach facing the ground. The ride goes around in a clockwise circle during the ride, and while the experience is very kid-friendly, it is not a common flat ride to come by, and it is definitely possible to give a unique flying experience for all ages, as it is unlike most flat rides found at theme parks. In order to ride the ride, you must be at least 6 years old as well as 1.2 meters. Krake. At 41 meters tall, this all-black ride is what you call a dive coaster, more specifically a B&M dive machine. It is another thrill coaster, this one featuring wide trains as well as no floors, giving a free experience as the trains crest over the first hill, while being held back to give an extremely creepy sensation of falling off the train, especially in the front row. The coaster falls into the mouth of a giant octopus mouth, as the name Krake actually means octopus. This ride includes one slow inversion as well as 2 airtime moments, including the first drop, aka the dive. So while this is classified as a thrill coaster, it does not do a lot, but as a dive machine, it is definitely one of the park's standout attractions. To ride the Octopus dive coaster from 2011, you must be at least 12 years old as well as 1.4 meters, and you cannot go above a height of 1.95 meters. Mountain rafting. If you are looking for a fun but relaxing family ride that is also capable of leaving a few drops of water on you, look no further than Heide Park's Intamin Congo River Rapids water ride. Doing this ride, you will sit in a circle formation with your fellow travelers as you venture past all sorts of national architecture while going down the wild river. The ride is long and even passes some noisy waterfalls, which the entire family is able to enjoy all together. To sail on the river, you must be at least 4 years old. Scream. If you love thrills, airtime, and aren't afraid of heights, you might as well take a ride on Scream, an intimate gyro drop tower taking riders up to a height of 71 meters, then dropping them to give a big scare filled with forceful airtime. As the name suggests, there might even be a chance of some decent screams from the experience. The rock-like structure also gives some great views from the top, giving the riders either a sense of peace or a fear of the inevitable fall. If you'd like to experience what free-falling from a high altitude feels like, Scream is the ride for you, and to ride it you must be at least 10 years old, 1.3 meters and no taller than 1.95 meters. Wildwasserbahn. Simply translated to log flume, this wet water ride from Mack Rides has one goal, and it is to make you super soaked from a great ride in its log-like boats. Designed for the whole family, I recommend riding this attraction on a hot summer day. It is a perfect ride for cooling down in the heat, as the bottom of the ride's drops give a huge splash of water, much of which is thrown onto the riders. On top of this, nearby watchers of the ride are able to witness your fall towards the cool water, as well as getting splashed themselves. To ride the log, you must be at least 4 years old. That's it for our recommended rides at Germany's Heide Park Resort. Were there any rides you consider riding? If so, tell me in the comments down below. And if you have any suggestions to what park you'd like to receive recommendations for next, feel free to write so. Otherwise, it's been Northern Rides, and I hope you all keep on riding.